What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Carly. I am a labor and postpartum doula, and I create content all about pregnancy and labor and motherhood and pretty much everything that falls in between. And if you're new here, you probably don't know that I am currently pregnant with our second baby, and I am well into the third trimester. I am in the last few weeks of my pregnancy, and we are expecting a new baby anytime here. And I am in the process of nesting my house away. I have been spending so much time nesting. I am feeling really restless, and I am just like, every time I turn around, there's something that I feel like I could do or should do or want to do or just like have an idea to do, and I don't know, I just cannot stop nesting. If you are pregnant or have been pregnant in any point in time or want to know, leave me a comment. Let me know if you were the same way, because I already am the type to like redecorate constantly. I'm always moving stuff around, going to the thrift store, changing things out, and just like always looking for the next thing to work on. And I feel like pregnancy makes it like 10 times more intense for me. And I think it's good because it's been keeping me super busy. And like just giving me, you know, something to focus on other than waiting for baby to make her arrival, because I am feeling very, like I said, restless and just like super pregnant. I'm trying to enjoy my last few weeks of our life as it is now before she does make her entrance. But Wilder came early, and I just like, I don't know, there's something interesting about like your second time having a baby. You just expect things to be like the first time, and when it isn't, it's just kind of like, I don't know, it makes me a little crazy. But I wanted to show you guys the project that I'm currently working on. If you haven't seen our room before, it's very unsymmetrical, and that drives me crazy as somebody who likes symmetry and like creating balance in a space and just following like feng shui guidance. It makes it really hard to get a room to feel balanced, especially with our like bedside nursery that we have going on too. It's not a big space, and the bedside nursery is taking up like this whole wall, and we have 2 closet doors, which also takes up a ton of space, and Drew and I are sharing it obviously, and there's just not a ton of room. We have a really big, we love a king size bed, and that's something that I'm not willing to compromise on. I love king size beds, and I will never go back to not having one. And we found this really beautiful wicker piece on Facebook Marketplace for such a steal. I can't remember. I want to say it was like $100 or something like that. It's beautiful vintage wicker piece that goes for well over $1,500, and it's gorgeous, but it does take up quite a bit of space. It adds some extra room, but it's stunning. And the issue is that the room has 2 windows, and they are on either side of each wall, and it makes the room not have any symmetry. So I've had these back 2 walls empty for the longest time because I just didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know how to add stuff to it. I didn't know how to add lighting. I had an olive tree in the corner for a little bit, which was a nice placeholder, but I landed on doing a corner gallery wall. I love gallery walls, and I've done them before, and I've never really been super happy with them. There's always something off about them, and they just didn't feel cohesive. You guys know, if you've ever tried to make a gallery wall, sometimes it just comes together and works beautifully, and other times it's like, ugh, it just looks like there's a bunch of stuff on the wall, you know what I mean? And so this time around, I've never tried doing templates before. So this time around, I decided to create templates, which took forever, like forever. It took me like 3 hours to make these templates. But I will say the templates were super helpful in getting the placement right on this wall, just because it was such a specific like place that I needed all the frames to fit. I feel like the templates really helped. So I'm happy that I did them. I want to show you guys what it looks like. But before I do, if you are not yet already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you guys as a part of this empowering community, and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy the vlogs. And let me give you a quick little peek at the gallery wall. This is where I used to have the olive tree. You guys have probably seen it in previous videos. So instead of I was gonna do art on this wall and then put like a sconce situation here, but the sconce would not be centered over the bed because obviously the bed isn't centered. So I decided to do a corner gallery wall, and I started it up in the corner and just kind of like have it trickling down. And right now we don't have a bedroom in our room, or sorry, a TV in our room, but with a baby on the way, I remember breastfeeding Wilder like all the time, and it was really nice to just have the TV on sometimes, because it does get a little bit boring, and I don't like to be on my phone all the time, and just to have something on like in the middle of the night to help me stay awake is kind of helpful. So with that said, we have a little TV over here that we used to have in our old bedroom. So I got it out of storage, and I'm going to mount it over here and do maybe like a DIY frame to go around it to make it look a little more cohesive. So then the gallery wall will go up like this. As you can see, I have half of it done with empty frames. I went through and like took all the art that came with the picture frames out, or some of them were just empty frames. I'm going to finish this side up today. Hello. It is the next day. I finished hanging everything on the gallery wall last night. And we also ended up hanging our TV right there. So the intention was to create like a frame for the TV to do like a DIY frame TV type situation. We don't have a ton of wall space in this room, so this made the most sense. And I'm gonna try, I think, and still do the frame for the TV, but as you can tell, I mean, it's just pretty obvious, like that's TV, so I don't know, I'll think about it. But I ended up getting everything hung, and surprisingly, I didn't expect for my prints to come in today, but they just got here and they look really amazing. I ordered 3 prints for some of the frames that I have for the gallery wall, and I also ordered prints for the frames that I have in our living room. We have this shelf that I hung that I painted the same color as the wall color paint that our rental has, and I really liked the way that it turned out. And I have these like very simple black frames. I found these guys at Home Goods. They came in a set. I think each set came with 3, and I want to say that this like a set of 3 was $20 or $25. So very affordable frames, and they fill up the entire shelf, and I got all black and white prints to put in there. Drew is really big on having like actual pictures of our family around the house, and for some reason that's not something that I've like ever done. I've always just like, I always love frames, but I don't love pictures for some reason in them. I like art in the frames, but I don't love pictures in them. And I think it's the cohesion. So I did all black and white in black and white frames with some matting, and I think it looks really nice and very like cohesive and still like styled nicely, but it is displaying some of our family photos, which I know Drew really loves. So I'm putting all of those pictures inside of these frames, and I'm going to put them back on the shelf, and I'll show you guys the finished product. Prints before I hung my gallery wall, and I realized now that I put one of the frames, actually I'm missing 2 frames in the size of a print that I ordered, and the orientation is wrong for one of the frames. I hung it horizontally and I should have hung it vertically. So I'm gonna try and see if I can troubleshoot that and make it work still, because one of the prints is a little bit too big for the frame. You can't like get it exactly the right size, but it's pretty close. So I am going to see if I can trim it up so that it works, and also change the orientation of one of the frames and totally change the frame that I had planned for another print. We'll see how it turns out. The prints themselves turned out so beautifully. I just printed them from Impix, and they did an amazing job. Look at this. It honestly, like the texture in real life really does look like, if I didn't know it was printed, I would think that that's actually painted, especially from far away. So I am super, super impressed with that. This is what the issue was that I was thinking about, is like how to keep it in place. I could get foam or use even the cardboard that it came with and cut it down to size to keep it in place. Beautiful. Okay, it is much later. We just got Wilder down for bedtime and had dinner and everything, and I just put some finishing touches on the gallery wall. As for right now, this is what we're working with. So I feel good about this layout. I especially feel really good about like this side. I love the flow up and here, and then it's kind of like, I don't know, my mom and Drew like this empty space. I'm the type to overdo things, right? Like I like to fill a space, and like more is more. And they are encouraging me to do a little less, you know, like a little bit of negative space. So they want me to leave a little bit of negative space, which I'm working with. I'm trying, I'm doing it. But I just like can't stop. And I don't know. I don't know if I like, this is from the entryway, like into our bedroom. So we have windows on either side, obviously, and then it comes in. So anyway, I'm going to leave it as it is, but I have to say the prints are unbelievable. They look beautiful in the frames. I'm super, super impressed with the quality. Like I said, I got them from Impix, and I will put exactly what I ordered in the description box if you're looking to like print out downloaded art somewhere. I remember there were two options of like different types of paper that you can get, and I chose I'm pretty sure it's like matte art or something like that for these, and then the ones in the living room with our family photos, I chose, I think it's glossy or something, just like photo paper, not the like art paper. Anyway, I'll leave it in the description box so that you guys know exactly how, like what I ordered and how I ordered it, because these are stunning. I am very excited. So now what I'm going to do is go through, now that I know kind of like a general layout of what I want where, I'm going to order the right sizes for all of the other art that I have downloaded. I know that this has been such a random like day in my life video, because I've essentially spent, I'm not kidding, I've spent like 3 days working on this gallery wall situation. If I wasn't working on this, I was resting, or I was with Wilder, or I was like eating. I wasn't doing much of anything else other than trying to get this gallery wall done, because this baby in theory is going to be here very soon, and so I'm just trying to get all these random projects done. If you guys are into these day in the life type videos, generally I include a little bit more than just one activity at a time, but I will link my playlist for you here if you want to check it out. I have basically been filming this entire pregnancy. My battery's about to die, so I am gonna go ahead and close this day of my life out. If you aren't yet already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment down below and let me know I'm not alone, because I know I'm not alone. If you guys are experiencing similar things, even if you aren't pregnant, like I'm kind of this way all the time anyways, so let me know if you're similar. And let me know what you think about the gallery wall. I'm excited to get the rest of the prints in, so once they arrive I will show you guys the updated thing, but for now I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.